Oh, Max, he want to fight Jordan in the games. This when Mike said, damn, what's up with Vernon? He went to Kenny because, he played with Kenny in North Carolina. So he walked up to Kenny and said, man, what's up with this motherfucker, man? He's crazy as fuck, man. You know what he do? He want to fight me the whole game. And then Kenny said, he bring his kid in there. Mike said he bring his kid in there with all Michael Jordan shit on. And then he asked me to sign some shit for his son. And then Michael Jordan say, man, something wrong with this motherfucker. He crazy as fuck. This motherfucker, who does that, Kenny? And Kenny said, man, that's when Kenny said Mike knew that I was a crazy motherfucker when I was doing shit.
All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
What is going on, everyone? You are listening to The Summit State of Mind, the podcast of dream shakes and step backs and everything Houston Rockets. I am your host, your commissioner, Kenny, and with me as always is my brother, my tag team partner, the GM, Justin. Follow all of us on all social media platforms at JP_Mirabueno, at Summit Commish, at Summit SOM Pod, and at Apollo NBA, and at Apollo HOU. GM, we got ourselves a very special, just a little special. Just a little special,
just
right?
a tad.
Just a smidge.
The guest that we have on, man, he is a very integral part of our childhood.
Is he?
And yeah, it's just a little.
Like I didn't know. Yeah. I'm not aware of it. So let's introduce him one time. Obviously, he goes by many names. Some people call him Mad Max. Other people call him the Jordan Stopper. Some even call him the Utah Jazz's daddy. He is one of the most clutch players in Rockets history. He is an NBA champion for your Houston Rockets. He is the incomparable, the one, the only, Vernon Maxwell, back at the Summit. How you doing?
Man.
Big V in the house, man.
You,
I know. Well, I got a round of applause over here. I ain't got nothing.
Man,
there it is. There it is. Come on now. There you go. All right, cool. We got him back. We got him back. Did you know? Fun fact: our name, the Summit State of Mind, was bred from where you won your title,
right?
The Summit. So that's kind of where we got it. So we got him back at the Summit, essentially.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
After 20, 30 some odd years.
Yeah.
30.
Speaking of which, I gave you your first name, Mad Max, and it had me wondering, where did the nickname Mad Max even come up? I'm curious. Well, I never looked it up.
And
looked it up.
And I kind of really don't fucking know either, because I'm just saying, man, for real.
Where's that?
I mean, I know I was doing a lot of crazy shit, and
right.
But my mom, she called me one morning. She was like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on? They call you Mad Max. They don't call you by your government name, Vernon Maxwell, no more." I mean,
right.
That shit is gone. She's like, "What the fuck? I don't even know you no more." And I was like, "Damn, Mom, what's going on, Mom?" But she was like, it was like, I told her, I was like, I made it like some funny type shit now. So I don't want nobody to hold this shit against me what I'm getting ready to say. I told her it was like some slave type shit. Where the motherfuckers changed, like they changed it. Like Kunta Kinte, that motherfucker had a name before he was called Kunta Kinte.
That's right. They
they
chopped off his foot.
That's what I'm saying. They did me like a slave. I was like, they put me way back in the slave years. But don't hold this shit against me. I'm just talking.
Absolutely
it's
not.
All
that's my.
But
boy.
yeah, that's what I was telling my mom. They changed my name like a slave. But I don't know how it came about, man. But I embraced it, and I probably, in a lot of instances, I probably shouldn't have embraced that shit because I lost a lot of fucking money.
But it became almost like a persona. Like it's interesting the way things happen nowadays. Like Conor McGregor, for instance, creates this character and he makes money. It's crazy the way that times change from now. From then at the time when it was like. Obviously frowned upon, but almost creating like a wrestling. You watch wrestling where you ever like a wrestling fan?
I like wrestling.
Almost like you're creating a wrestling character, obviously.
Right.
But obviously there is a line to be drawn, bleeding it into your real life, obviously.
Yes.
But I still, as a Rocket fan, I don't know if you could tell.
Yeah, I see it.
From what I'm rocking, but I mean, Mad Max is, that's the fucking nickname right there.
Yeah,
it put fear in the competitors' hearts. Right?
Well,
that's what
they knew.
Right.
when the Rockets was coming to town. Now, shit,
Hell yeah.
when they was coming in Houston, they knew shit. If you was a shooting guard, you knew
Right.
you
You're in
got
a lot of
crazy
trouble, man.
motherfuckers.
Well-
You know, it's gonna be some problems.
Obviously, it was
Oh,
dreaming. It was
yeah.
all about dreaming Mad Max.
No doubt.
Yo, Vernon, let's talk about obviously what's going on today. I want you to open up. I want to talk to you about the Vernon Maxwell Initiative, your foundation. I want you to tell the people kind of like what about it, like what it's all about, what you're trying to accomplish in terms of mental health. I love the idea of it, how the way it's embraced in today's culture, and I think it's just a perfect initiative in the way it's set up. But can you explain to the people that maybe aren't aware of what it is and what you're trying to accomplish here?
Yeah, the Vernon Maxwell Initiative is it's mental health LLC that I created, and that's very endeared to my heart. I care about it so much because shit, if I would have like broke down and like I just say for black people, the black community, like we like to brush it up under the rug that we need help, and then as black professional athletes, white professional athletes too, the same. We don't like to like say, oh, I need some help. Like for instance, with me,
Right.
when I played with the Rockets, shit, I was a mental health person. I really needed help. I need somebody to like help me when I get angry, teach me and give me the avenues where I can call somebody or I can talk to somebody
Yeah.
about the way I feel. And I was just scared to do that shit because I didn't want Sam, Mario, Kenny, and all these motherfuckers to be clowning on me. So I wasn't going to know. I wasn't going to say I'm going to talk to somebody about getting some help about what my mental health.
Right.
Because back in the day, it wasn't even it wasn't talked about.
Yeah, no, you're
Mental
not
health,
wrong.
it wasn't
Yeah.
really talked about.
It was
back
more
in the
so
day.
like taboo at that point in time.
Thank you. So, and I was a case, I was a mental health case. So, and now that I'm 58 years old now, and I understand and I realize, I lost a lot of fucking money behind this dumbass shit I was doing.
Right.
And then,
Right.
And then I lost. Not just on the instance of the basketball part. Yeah, I lost a lot of money. Just going up in the stands and just losing my composure. And I'm a professional athlete. Yeah, that man should have been able to say what the fuck he had to say to me. Talk about my
Right.
stillborn daughter.
Right,
And I should have been able to get over that.
And that
some
was the
kind
one
of
in
way.
Portland, correct?
Yeah, that was in Portland.
Yep.
Yeah. So he like the guy behind me said, that man had a right to say he's paid his money for that ticket.
Right.
I guess we was just like, I don't know, but I guess we supposed to take every fucking thing because we're professional athletes.
Yep.
But
Right.
we're
You're held to a
still-
different standard, right?
Yeah, but we're still
Right.
human beings, though.
Exactly.
So that's the thing, and then I hear it, and I was hurt
Yeah.
for what he said. But,
100%.
But then it's a way that I could have handled it better. You know what I mean? And then I lost a lot of fucking money,
Right.
and that kind of like made my career go from over. Like I was fine. I was getting ready to get paid, and
Yeah.
and then. It's just like it's just like a lot of dumbass shit, a lot of decisions that I made. I should have like people used to tell me, man, you got to think before you do some shit,
Yeah.
because and then every time I did dumb shit, I was be like, oh my goodness, what the? I get to myself,
I know.
I be in my own space by my own self.
Right.
I'm like, oh man, you done did some dumb shit again.
But that's life advice, though, Vernon.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that doesn't just equate to you on a basketball court when
Yeah.
someone calls you out for something. That
Right.
accounts for anybody, to think before you react. But you
No
will
doubt.
always react
Right, I
before
was
think.
first. I just jumped right on you.
Right, right,
You know,
right.
and that was like I was like a damn dog. Like a motherfucker sick a dog on
Right.
somebody.
Yeah.
I was like a dog. So but I should have. I should have did better, and I needed help. And I just want to make it avenues where people with mental health, where
Right.
they can reach out, and if you feel a certain kind of way, if you need to talk to somebody, you got somebody you can call through the Vernon
100%.
Maxwell Initiative LLC. That's what I want to. I'm setting up a platform for that.
Yeah.
So but I think it's much needed. Like I was talking to one of my a professional athlete, guy played in the NBA with me, and the other day I came in town, and he was like, "Shit, homeboy," I was like, he's like, "Man, I'm proud of you, man. You came out and you talk about the mental health part of this shit, Max." And I said, "Nigga, you're a mental health motherfucker. And he gonna tell me, talking about something. He talking about something, motherfucker. Yeah, I am, but motherfucker, don't you tell nobody. That's the same kind of shit. That's what I'm talking about. Nobody don't want nobody to know that they are.
Right.
But they know they are, but they don't want it to be known.
But I love that. I love that
so-
you are literally almost laying down a foundation now
Yes.
for professional athletes to get
Yes.
the help that you were not able,
Platform. No,
the
I
platform
needed
you
it.
weren't able to
Yes,
get at
yes,
that time.
absolutely.
So, Vernon, essentially, you directly or indirectly could be saving lives
That's
years.
if I can do one, two, it doesn't matter, man.
Exactly.
Just be able somebody to just reach out and call, or just don't be afraid to reach out and talk to somebody about the shit, man. Because
This is Vernon Maxwell telling you this, by the way. Y'all listen.
Goddamn, I'm knocking
Y'all gotta
goddamn
listen.
head off too now. But I ain't that guy no more.
Not anymore.
I'm just I can't talk about this and do that. So. But I'm
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying though, man. But
Yeah.
it's real important for me,
100%.
and I think for me to not just for professional athletes, just for kids and girls. I mean, men. I mean, old folks.
Right.
I mean, like when you see people like standing on the corner with a shirt off and shit, and like 110-degree weather. And they just sit over there talking to their damn self.
Right.
That's a mental health case.
100
man.
yeah,
That's
100%.
I mean, so
And they need
so
help.
don't sit up there and laugh and look at that crazy motherfucker. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Try to lend a hand, motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Then
Yeah,
do that,
absolutely.
motherfucker.
That's the way to do it.
Don't laugh and joke. You know, you just know. You know, I mean, and the motherfucker probably, I mean, don't really suppose a lot of these people with mental health, they have families got a bunch of damn money, and I mean, and it's just that it's the mental part of the shit, man, and
100%.
and I mean they don't want no help. A lot of these people just don't want no help.
Exactly.
so-
I think it's really that's what's important right now about that too.
Right.
Is that these people can get help now. It's more available now than ever.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that's the important part.
Right.
Vernon, first of all, like we just appreciate just having you on here, obviously, to talk about what's going on today. And I love what you're doing. I love everything that you've
thanks, I appreciate
represented and done. But hey, man, we're a Houston Rockets show.
Okay.
Yes,
that's
we
My
are, we
man, my man. Hey, I need all the youngins to understand here because we got a lot of fans here that came up during the James Harden days. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker right here, fucking brought an NBA championship. No disrespect to Harden, but he helped the Dream. He was the second in command to the Dream, the greatest Rocket of all time, to bringing the very first NBA championship to the city of Houston. Vernon, let's talk about those awesome days, basically. And let's get into that time machine just for this segment of the episode. I do want to talk about your days with the Houston Rockets. I know you got some questions lined up for your boy.
Oh, yeah. Well, Vernon, first of all, we know that when you were traded here from San Antonio, like you're coming from San Antonio to Houston. You're a boy from Florida. You went to the University of Florida Gators. What up to them? But what were your initial impressions of Houston when you first came? I mean, you're coming here to play with Dream.
Man.
I don't remember who was on the roster then. Kenny Smith was there. OT was already there. But you guys were basically the initial foundation to what would come eventually a few years later. But what were your impressions when you first arrived on the scene?
Man, shit. Man, everybody loved Houston. All the NBA players, when they come to Houston, they be like, oh, shit. We got the girls, you know. But nah, Houston is a fun.
It's still a thing now.
It's a great city. It's a great city.
Houston is a fun city, man. I mean, I love Houston now. But it was a blessing how I got like sold here like a slave once again. There go the slave story again. I got sold for $30,000 to the Houston Rockets. I mean,
I know I read that. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, they
For
sold
real?
me-
They sold
they sold
a
me like a
contract.
slave. $30,000. I was cheap ass slave too. They sold, they sold my ass for cheap. So they sold for $30,000, and then, but you know, the guy who brought me in was Don Chaney.
Right.
You know, it was Don Chaney. See, Rudy T, that's my guy. Rudy T, you know I love you to death. You're my guy. But Don Chaney was, Rudy T is off of Don Chaney's tree.
Right.
You know, so, Rudy
initials.
T was behind Don Chaney for a long time. When they fired Don Chaney, they hired Rudy T. And Rudy T, our system did not change. It stayed the same. I mean, we don't care. We didn't care what nobody else did. We was gonna do our shit. We was gonna kick it into that big old African, and then we always want to make sure we had 3 motherfucking shooters outside ready to knock your goddamn head off. If you go down there and try to touch him, we're gonna knock your goddamn head off.
That's right.
And he knew what it. And once he started like Dream started like sharing the wealth and trusting his teammates like he did, and that's when we just took off, man. So.
Man, that
But
was.
it was Houston. I'm sorry about the story with Houston. I was so I was elated when I came to Houston, man. This is the fucking city, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Compared to San Antonio,
man, come on, man. I love San Antonio, the Riverwalk, and all that, but Houston is better than San Antonio.
But that's it.
You
All you
heard
got
it
is a
here
river.
first.
All you got
You
is a
heard it
river
here
walk
first.
and what? David Robinson. I'm
And
good.
then they sold me.
Good.
And then they sold me for 30.
yeah.
They
Come
sold
on,
for
now.
30. Come on now.
Come
bro.
on, Popovich. Why you do that shit? So
Pop,
Pop,
what's wrong with you,
Still
man?
haven't
Come on,
gotten
Pop.
away with it, bro.
That's
Come
an
on,
early
Pop.
mistake. I hope you learn from it.
Yeah, come on, Pop.
I don't know how many championships you've won,
Come on,
Popovich.
Pop. Thank you, Pop. Appreciate you, baby.
Right.
Yeah, man. Like with all that, man. You guys won. You won and you won and you won. But of course, it's the '90s. You guys killed MJ in like your years when you were here. I think like from like 1990 to 1993, we were. Like,
It's the
what?
finals that I
Y'all-
always wanted to
y'all
see.
lost only once
and never got.
against them in the regular season, and nobody really wants to acknowledge it. It's kind of in basketball discourse, especially pertaining to the early '90s. Granted, we all love and respect Jordan
Of
and what he
course,
did,
of course.
but no one really understands the type of problems that you guys presented to him. I mean, no one could guard Dream. Bill Cartwright, you crazy?
No. Will Purdue.
Yeah, like
I
come on
mean,
now.
hey, Will, I'm sorry. You my homeboy. You from Will from Florida. I'm sorry, Will. I ain't
Well,
gonna
Will's a
say
good
that
dude,
shit.
yeah.
I
No
had to put your
disrespect.
ass in there, Will, with
Yeah.
them small ass shoulders.
Yeah, like with that being said, like how is it to play against someone that some consider the greatest of all time? And MJ has said on record that you were a problem. Multiple players, multiple guards that have played at that time have mentioned you as someone that was a great defender. Someone that you are probably one of the most underrated defenders in NBA history. History. Like
Easily.
you brought it in every game no matter what. And you played with this type of energy. Like when you played MJ, like how was it? How did you feel? Like being able to be a pest on someone that's considered the greatest. Like that's got to be a badge of honor for you, man.
Well, I mean, shit. I had a lot of damn help.
Touche.
I had that
You
damn.
did.
I had that damn African back down there. He wanted to try to block every goddamn thing. He tried to
He
block
sure did.
everything. He'd get dunked on. He'd get dunked on trying to block some shit. So,
That's right.
And then I had a lot of guys that I played with that was like, we had principles and shit that we had to. When you play against Mike, you gotta motherfucking stay in line.
Right.
But I'm gonna be an agitator to his ass. I'm gonna be in his ear fucking with him, and I'm gonna be that dog. I'm gonna do something to him that nobody ain't doing to him. Nobody don't want to do to him.
Yeah.
Cause
Right.
they too. I don't know why, but that's. I mean,
I mean, you were never intimidated.
no,
by it.
never ever that. But I couldn't never. I knew only one way to play, and shit. Where I'm from, Sugar Hill, Gainesville, Florida. I mean, my homeboys. If I'd have played any other way, I got my ass whooped when I went home. In the summertime.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I was playing for my homies, and with Mike, it's a different level. I mean, the night before the game now, it's like a lot of motherfuckers I ain't getting no rest for. Like Mike, Reggie Miller, Dražen Petrovic.
Rest in peace. One of my favorite players.
Mitch Richmond.
Oh, man.
I mean, I can go on and on. All the
There was
guards.
a lot of
There's
talent.
a lot of shooting guards that
Yep.
kill your ass. But there's a lot of Michael Jordan. I gotta be real careful the way I move the night before the game. I gotta go home, sit down, kick my motherfucking feet up on the damn table, elevate my shit above my heart like they used to tell me to do, and shit. And I used to have to do all that and lay down with my family and my wife and my kids. But other games, I ain't doing that shit for nobody
Yeah.
because I ain't respect them. I mean, them niggas- I mean, I respected everybody, but I just,
Right.
but I knew I can come off a drunk
Right.
the night before and lock a
You'll be
motherfucker
straight.
up,
Yeah.
another motherfucker. But Michael Jordan, you better be on point.
Jordan was Jordan.
Yeah. So, but I just know it was different with him, man, because I had to get rest, and then I didn't had a lot of help, like I said, but it's a blessing for. I mean, everywhere I go, people say that, man, you the Jordan stopper. I be like, well, shit, now I gotta give my damn teammates some help. Yeah, I mean, gotta get them some.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta get them some ups too because they was there. They had my back, but yeah. I mean, it was a blessing just to be able to play against that man because I saw him play before I got there. And
Absolutely.
I know who he was. And, I mean, so, but I just wanted to do something against him. When you play against him, you got to do something against him that nobody else would ever think about doing.
Yeah.
And that's why I always want to run up on his ass.
That's right.
You know, I always ran up on him.
that's what
Motherfucker,
I'm saying, man.
Yeah, I want to try to choke the life out of him.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying,
And
because
then-
that's what people had said. The people like that battled against him was like the battle was lost before they even stepped on the damn court.
Yeah, but then Kenneth Smith, I heard Kenneth Smith. Hey, Kenny, I ain't like that what you said though. You don't tell everybody, man, me and you. That's between us, Kenny.
I know.
Kenny gonna talk about.
National-
Oh, Max, he want to fight Jordan in the games. This when Mike said, "Damn, what's up with Vernon?" This when he went to Kenny because he played with Kenny in North Carolina. So he walked up to Kenny and said, "Man, what's up with this motherfucker? Man, he's crazy as fuck, man. You know what he do? He want to fight me the whole game." And then Kenny said he bring his kid in there. Mike said he bring his kid in there with all Michael Jordan shit on. And then he asked me to sign some shit for his son. And then Michael Jordan say, "Man, something wrong with this motherfucker. He crazy as fuck. This motherfucker, who does that, Kenny?" And Kenny said, "Man, that's when Kenny said Mike knew that I was a crazy motherfucker when I was doing shit." So, man, it was just a blessing to play because Mike, you know I love you, baby. I don't want to pay for them damn Jordans no more.
Hell no.
Let
Mad
him
Max
know.
has spoken.
Come on, Mike.
Yeah, Mike,
Give the man some gear. Let's be real here.
Jordans, man. Come on. Make this shit accessible.
But Max, like I would know, like Kenny told you earlier that one of our earliest memories of any type of Rocket stuff. Like I'm 33, Kenny's 31, and growing up, we were kids. Our dad's a huge basketball fan. Game 7 of '94, you hit that game-winning 3, and let me tell you, man, that's a core memory for your boy. Like that's something that like I'll remember. My dad had pots and pans. He was banging on that, and I was jumping on the couch. Kenny was just a little infant toddler dude, But it was one of like the earliest and best memories I've ever had. So I just want to thank you for that, first of all.
Appreciate
But
it, man. Thanks.
secondly, like you're clutch, man. Like that type of mentality in moments of where you're just not afraid to take the shot. I know that you said that that's a mentality that you bring no matter what, but is there something different in terms of just being able to hit the big shots? Like game 3 against the Suns in '94, you guys were down double digits at half, and I'm sure you're like, you know what, I'm gonna turn up this half. If they give me an opening, I'm gonna hit it, and like you did that. Like, is there something unique in terms of just being clutch, being able to just perform when it truly, truly matters? Is there anything that you would say?
Nah, man, just just no conscience. That's it. You can't have
Well,
conscience.
you're a
I
shooter.
mean,
You're
yeah,
a
you
shooter.
can't. You gotta have
Shooter's
short-term
mentality.
memory.
There you go. Yeah.
Short-term memory, no conscience and shit. Like you said for that game, Phoenix game, we was down 0-2. They was calling us Choke City. When we flew out to go to Phoenix, and they showed us the papers and everything. The city was calling us Choke City, and so I was like, man, we was flying out there. We was like on the plane. Motherfuckers was setting up their damn vacation spots, They was getting ready to go on vacation.
That's
all my
crazy.
teammates. And it was just like, oh shit, hey baby, yeah, set it up. We gonna, yep. And I was like, damn, these motherfuckers.
Already calling it out.
Yeah. So, but then I got hot. First half, I think I had 2 points and shit in the first half.
Right.
And then came back and had 30 in the second half. I was just like, I'm gonna just go out here the next half. I'm just gonna let this shit fly. Because everybody was just like, we was down double digits. I was like, shit, I'm gonna go down shooting.
Yeah.
And I just
go down shooting.
and then that's what I did. I hit the first motherfucker. I said, oh Lord, these motherfuckers in trouble. And I came down, they found me again. They left me open again, and I hit another 3. I said, these motherfuckers in trouble now. I'm gonna get me going. Then Kenny and them started. I told them motherfuckers, man, just kick it up the floor. Kick it. I'm running the wing. Kick it up to me, baby.
right.
Kick it up, Sam. Kick it up, Kenny. They kicking it up to me, so I'm fast. I'm fast. I'm going. I'm getting. But I'll say, oh Lord, these motherfuckers in trouble. So,
Right.
but that was it. Just the mentality of just like not just. No conscience and and I ain't scared to be like say, oh, that motherfucker took a badass shot. He lost the game. Yeah, blame that on me.
That's right.
I want to be that guy.
That's right. Put the ball in your hands. When it matters the most. Absolutely.
Like a lot of people don't understand. Like with the Rockets, Dream wasn't taking a lot of the shots to win the game.
Right.
Mad Max was. Vernon Maxwell was.
People tend to forget.
Vernon Maxwell was shooting all the game-winning shots
That's
to
right.
win games. Rudy T put that ball in my hand.
Yeah, he sure did. I mean, he wasn't afraid to do it in 95 either, man.
That's right. That's what
Well,
I'm
that's
trying.
what I'm saying, man.
So, but it's just about it's a mindset and not scared about when I walk out that gym. Motherfucker saying, "Motherfucker, you blew the game." Yeah, motherfucker, I took that shot. Yeah,
You had the balls to do
I
it.
did that.
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah. So, but that's it, man. That's the way it is.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Let's get back to today now. Let's move forward to today. Obviously, the Houston Rockets, they're an organization that's on the they're trying to get back up to that championship level that you laid the foundation for back in '94. We haven't got there yet. Obviously, it's a new era in Houston Rockets basketball. You got Jalen Green, you got the new head coach Ime Udoka, NBA champion Fred VanVleet. Being able to catch any of those games or any of these players, do you have any opinions on them?
No,
in terms of
I mean, I love the Rockets organization.
right.
I'm a Rocket. You know.
You
Still.
damn right.
Yeah, I'm a Rocket.
For life.
All the teams I played for, I'm a Rocket, man.
Right.
So, but I love the Rockets organization. I mean, they're getting better. I mean, they're getting better. I mean, I think they need a main piece, like a guy that can go out and get you and be a problem every night, like a 25-point guy every night. You know, that you have to double. And, these days you got to have a guy that, and all our guys, with the Rockets. And then we got a lot of guys just play the same, too. You know what I mean? And we keep,
That's
I
today's
want
game.
the Rockets, please stop drafting the same type players.
See, thank you.
They keep drafting the same guard. This guy, I love the kid they just drafted.
Well, it's Ahmed Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson.
Yeah.
I mean,
One of the Thompson twins, yeah.
But he's Jalen Green.
Similar. He
He
doesn't have
just
ball handling skills. He's more of a point guard, but similar. But gameplay is similar, which is why, And I've thought that too.
Yeah. So I mean, but the Rockets, I love the Rockets, man. I think it's gonna be it's a transition for them. They
100%.
right now, and
Yeah.
They got a great coach.
Right.
They
I
sure
like
do.
that guy. I
Right.
like that guy. I like that guy.
Right.
Udoka.
Oh,
I like
Coach
him.
Ime Udoka, absolutely.
Yeah, I like him. And I think they're going in the right direction.
I
But
agree,
they just need a main piece.
Right.
A guy,
foundation
a
guy.
25-point guy every night. When he walk in the gym, y'all gonna have to double this guy. But we ain't got nobody on that team who we got to double.
That's true.
Not yet.
We also need a type of player like Vernon. We need a dog.
Yeah,
We need a fucking
yeah,
dog
we-
on the court.
Well, you got that kid though.
We got Dylan Brooks.
Yes,
Dylan
that's what I was
Brooks,
getting ready to
I was gonna
say.
ask you, he
I was
reminds
getting
me of
ready
you.
to say now, you
Okay.
got that kid, Dylan Brooks.
The
now.
Canadian, he even straight up
Yes.
said, he's like, oh man, they call me a villain. I've embraced the persona at this
Hey
point.
man, I love it. Hey, stay a fucking villain, Dylan. Okay,
Dylan the
You-
villain.
you heard it,
Hey,
Dylan.
like, hey, can we put that on the t-shirt, please,
Yeah,
villain?
There you go.
Dylan
There
the-
you go.
Dylan the
Hey,
villain.
that's right. I gave
I like
you
that.
one.
I like
Forward
that.
those proceeds to Vernon
Hey,
Maxwell too.
forward to Vernon Maxwell.
Absolutely, let's fucking go.
There you
Absolutely,
go.
Dylan the villain. I
Yeah,
actually
that's
like
right.
that. I dig that.
I'm just telling you, man.
Max just spitting shit out,
Yeah,
I feel
absolutely.
it. I
I
feel it.
ain't mean to.
No, but I love it. I love it.
Speaking off the dome.
Oh, man.
No, he reminds me of you exactly. But
Nah, I love him though. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. They got an agitator. A guy just on the lines like me, Ron Artest, and all
you
those
need those
motherfuckers.
on a championship
You need them.
team.
You need those type of guys. So they, like I said, they building in the right direction. They got that kid, and then they got Green.
Well, that shifts into the next question I was going to ask you. How do players, nowadays when they're dealing with situations like that, how is it different from when you were dealing with your own situations back in 94, 95? Obviously, in that tenure in the mid 90s, what's been the difference in terms of handling situations then as opposed to handling situations now with social media obviously
with me
being at
now,
the forefront?
I'm older now. I've so much. I've learned from my mistakes and shit.
Right.
But I motherfuckers used to say shit to me in the streets and shit when I was younger and shit. You say something I ain't like, I'd take off on you.
Right.
Bop, bop. I've been hit you in your shit. So, but now, you know, like I said, I'll think about it now. But I'm just saying. But when I did like what you was talking about with the Rockets and shit, 94, 95, like I tell everybody, that was one of the worst decisions I made in my life. You know, because they was getting ready to pay me. And then, but I know they brought Clyde in, but it was just a way that they did it. You know,
Right.
I mean, I was suspended for 10 games. I was losing $300,000. They never called me the whole time while I was suspended. The Rockets never reached out to me and said nothing.
That's terrible.
I mean,
Yeah,
never reached out and said, "Nah, Vernon, how you doing?
Yeah.
Is you okay, man? We got a gym where you can go over here and work out because you know once you're suspended, you can't go to the facility."
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, these motherfuckers they just left me to dry, and then high and dry. So then, and then they didn't even call me and tell me they was bringing Clyde in, and it's about, I mean, shit, I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's about respect level, man. And I just.
Well, you were the second best player on the.
Yes,
you were the
thank
second
you.
best player on the
Yes,
Rockets
yes,
the year
thank
before
you.
they
Yes,
just won a
yes,
title.
yes,
I'm gonna be honest
yes.
here.
No doubt,
Right.
no doubt, and I know that. But
100%.
I'm just saying, it's about the respect level, man. And
Right.
And because I mean, I love Houston Rockets team what I played with. I love them motherfuckers to death. And
Band
all
of
of them
brothers.
tell you, they know it. They know that this motherfucker right here, nigga, I got your back, nigga. I don't care. I got your back. I'm gonna
Right.
fucking
Yeah.
rock. So, but
I remember hearing that story that Kenny said
Yeah.
on Inside the NBA about you sticking up for him when Rudy was going in
Yeah.
on Kenny, and you were like,
Right.
"You don't talk to
Yeah,
my
man,
teammate
don't
like
talk
that."
to him like that,
Yeah, see
man.
that
Why
that
you do that,
that
man?
says
That
a lot
man-
about who you
yeah,
are,
yeah.
man, frankly.
But I'm just saying, those motherfuckers, they know.
Yeah.
All my teammates, they knew. I mean, I don't care what team I ever played on. All my teammates knew. One thing Vernon Maxwell was, a motherfucking real good teammate. I mean, one of the best motherfucking teammates. That's what I prided myself
Easily.
on. Yeah,
Easily.
man. Yeah.
They're probably one of the greatest teammates in Rocket history.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
easily
yeah.
by far.
I mean, all my teammates, they'll tell you. I mean, you call any one of them motherfuckers, they'll be like, Vern, that motherfucker do anything for you.
100%.
He's soft as hell. He act hard, but he's soft as hell.
One more question before we get to the next segment. Adam Silver recently, and I want to ask you this. Adam Silver recently passed a rule for load management. The load management. The idea that you can't load manage anymore. 2-star players are not allowed to sit in the
It's
same
the same
game.
time, yeah.
So what's your opinion on that? Look, load management was non-existent in the
Man,
90s.
listen, when I played, I played, 13 years, and about, 9 years, I played 82 games.
Plus playoffs.
Yeah, plus
Yep, there you
playoffs.
go.
But we prided ourselves back in them days.
Right.
Man, you can't tell me, man, I ain't hurt. I'm just gonna sit over here and watch these motherfuckers play.
Right.
Man, I'm finna get, man, I'm playing, man. I don't know how to do that shit, man. I love the game too much.
I love it.
I can't go in an arena and I ain't hurt and smell like goddamn popcorn popping and motherfuckers, fans getting ready to load up in that motherfucker. As soon as I see the motherfuckers coming in there, that gives me the energy right there. Oh Lord, I got the
Yeah.
It's like I was an actor and shit. I was a
Right.
movie star. It's like I was out there. I had to entertain these motherfuckers.
Yeah, entertain them.
Yes, you
They
have
paid
to
their
entertain
ticket.
them. responsibility.
That's
There
what
you
it's
go.
like. That's why I was
See?
like, I was like an entertainer. So
But
I
I
had to
love
go
it,
get
yeah.
these people
love
what they
that.
paid to see.
There, see?
So I ain't
Yeah.
gonna goddamn sit and if I ain't hurt, I ain't gonna. I could. There's no way in America I'm doing that.
Hell
I
no.
cannot. I don't know. But I mean,
Right.
I'm glad he did that because. I mean,
I agree.
I don't think if you can play, man, because these fans they come to play, they pay their money. I mean,
They
they
pay the
pay
money.
in advance. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of these motherfucking people that pay to go
Season
see
tickets.
these motherfuckers, they go, if you're not, still a season ticket holder. These
Right.
motherfuckers that's just coming to see their favorite player play, they might bought that damn ticket like a month in advance.
No, you're not
You hear
wrong.
what I'm saying?
See,
Because
Bernie
they
gets
ain't
it.
got the
See.
capital, but they just want to see their favorite. They're going to save up the money just to take their kid to see their favorite player play.
That's right.
And motherfucker, then you get to the game, the day of the game, and then motherfucker was sitting over there in street clothes. Get the fuck out of
I
here.
know,
man.
and then they
Come
literally
on,
do
man.
it the day of. I love the
Man,
idea.
that's what I'm
right.
saying. They do it the day of the game.
No, and that's been the thing.
Man, that shit is crazy, man.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I ain't in that shit, but I'm glad Adam Silverman did that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's.
Does that mean,
that's
at least you
big.
get to see one 2, 3-star players. Like you
Yeah,
can't sit
man,
multiples in the same
people
game.
save up their hard-earned money. They take their kids because everybody ain't rich.
Tickets aren't cheap nowadays,
No,
man.
So
it's real to
save
get
their
there.
money to see their favorite player
Yep.
play with their kids, man.
Yeah.
Man, just play the game, man. God damn, man. Y'all motherfuckers making generational
You're
wealth
not
and
wrong,
shit
man.
money.
You are
$50
not
million
wrong.
a year.
Oh,
80
making an
million.
ungodly
This
amount of money
dumbass
now.
shit. I'm like, get the
Right.
fuck out of here.
Like seriously,
Shit.
they fucking
Motherfucker,
because
4 year, 100-something million. Motherfuckers,
Bro,
good Lord,
you are
please.
not
I ain't
wrong.
mad at y'all though, cause we paid the way for y'all.
yeah,
It's a
exactly.
blessing.
You
So,
are.
it's
You
a
are.
blessing.
Yeah, that's why you are a founding father, good sir.
Yes.
You are 100%, which is gonna perfectly lead to my next question. You know, I want to play a couple games with you. I want to play a couple games, and I want to see how you would fare. And I think Vernon's a man of competition.
Touche.
I think he's a man of competition. So let's check it out right here. I want to ask you. I'm gonna ask you a question right now. If we can hop in a time machine and build our own all-time starting five in Rocket history, your point guard, your shooting guard, you better pick yourself. Small forward, your starting power forward, and your starting center. Give me your starting five. I want to know. I want to know.
I don't-
Oh, do you want us to? I mean, we could.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, all right.
I'll try.
Let's go.
Shit, that's gonna be hard as hell.
He's
I
gonna
don't
put his
even-
championship team
Let me
together.
see. I'm gonna go. Calvin Murphy.
Calvin Murphy a point.
That's a legend, man. My man can put the ball in the hoop.
All right, we got our one.
This shit talking ass Calvin. Calvin Murphy. Well, I'm putting myself.
Hell yeah, let's go.
As you should.
And then small forward.
Yeah, we need a three.
What we had over there? We had a bunch of. I mean, Elvin.
Yeah, you got Elvin. Elvin
Yeah,
can play
Elvin.
small forward.
Yeah.
T-Mac can play small forward as well.
Yeah, that's right.
You got
I gotta
T-Mac.
go. I gotta go T-Mac. Yeah, T-Mac. Dream at the center.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley.
You can go Charles Barkley at the
Hey,
four.
man,
You want to go Charles?
When he was here, he was still dominant.
Yes.
Yeah.
He came in that first year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Charles
So
Barkley.
we got Calvin Murphy, we got Vernon Maxwell, Tracy McGrady, Charles Barkley, Hakeem Olajuwon. Put your five against that five. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is. We'll bust your ass.
Oh, yeah. it'll be a low scoring affair because motherfuckers
Oh,
only
yeah,
get
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
opposition.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm talking about for them. The opposition's gonna average like 70 points out of the
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
There ain't no
that's
way
right.
that team's gonna be fucking
You're not
locked.
wrong, yeah.
That's
100%,
right.
100%.
There you go, brother.
All right, okay. Let's do another game right now. I'm gonna need you to start. I'm gonna need you to get your clock going because we got about
Oh,
40.
okay, all right. So we got
It's gonna be
time
45. We got no. We got. I want you to start a 45-second clock because Vernon, I'm gonna say the name of any NBA player. I want you to tell me the first word that comes to mind when you think of the player that I'm about to say. I got 10 names. Let's see if we can knock this out in 45 seconds. You think we can do it?
I'm trying.
Let's try it. All right, here we go.
Ready?
Vernon Maxwell,
Bad motherfucker.
Karl Malone,
My guy.
Michael Jordan,
The greatest.
Kenny Smith,
Family.
Rudy T,
Best coach ever.
Charles Barkley,
Great friend.
Hakeem Olajuwon,
Best center ever.
Kobe Bryant,
God bless you.
Otis Thorpe,
My homeboy, and I love you to death.
LeBron James.
Great.
Let's fucking go. How much time we got?
We got 10 seconds left.
We got 10
man.
seconds. We
Yeah.
knocked that shit out in 35.
There you go.
Hell yeah, Vernon. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
Sharp
We got
shooter,
that.
rapid shooter.
Rapid fire
Yeah,
shooter,
there you
man.
go.
You can't stop this guy over
No,
here,
there
man.
you go.
He doesn't just shoot shots on the floor. He shoots shots freaking in the game, dude.
Yeah.
This is
I
why I'm
love
ripping
it.
my shirt one time. All right, before we go home here, I do have one last question to ask you. I'm not a man of superlatives, but I'm going to go ahead and drop one superlative for your boy one time. You have your whole tenure in Houston Rocket history, obviously. A lot of great moments, Game 7 being one of them. What was your favorite moment in your time in a Houston Rocket uniform? The number
Probably,
one.
I mean, bring the first championship to Houston. I mean, never had a championship here, baseball, football, basketball. Just being able to be a part of that. You know, when we
Right.
when we won that Game 7 against the Knicks, that was the highlight of my. I mean, what I can say when I had 30 points against Cleveland and
Oh, yeah, the
had
fourth quarter
51
game.
and shit. But
Yeah.
Right.
nah, man,
Bringing that
just
first
giving
title.
the city their first championship.
How rowdy was that city, by the way? Because I was
Oh,
a kid.
my goodness,
How
man.
rowdy were we?
Oh,
In
my
94.
goodness, shit was crazy. It was awesome. Y'all did a great damn job. I was goddamn in the divorce court.
Yeah.
I was in the divorce court that year. That summer.
Were you really?
Yeah, cause I ain't go home for a damn week. I just
You were here.
I stayed at party, but nah, but
Yeah.
that's it right there, man.
Oh, Vernon, I love it, man. I love it. What a great time it was. Vernon, we got you back at the summit, at least for
Yeah.
this episode. You know, it's such an honor getting
But
you
you
on.
ain't talked to me about your dad. You told me
Oh,
about
we
your
can
dad.
drop-
Y'all
oh, we
gotta
can drop-
tell me about your dad. Come
we
on,
can
let's
drop-
get
Let's
dad. We gotta give you
shout
some
outs
love too.
to
Shout
shout outs
outs
to
to our-
his name is Ferdy. Shout outs to Ferdy.
Hey, Ferdy. Hey, what's up, Ferdy? Your boy Mad Max is here. I told you boys they forgot.
No,
See, I
yeah,
don't
he's
remember.
mentioned
He
it.
reminded us. He reminded
mentioned
us,
it.
Dad. Sorry
So,
about that.
In 19, I'll mention the story right quick. 1994, my very first memory as a kid, like literally, I was 3 years old, was when my dad. First memory is you hit the three, and I do vaguely remember that on our freaking CRT TV, the fucking 15 inches with a fucking
Putting
VCR.
us on
My,
blast
my
when
dad
we were
putting
growing up.
my dad putting the scotch tape over the VHS so we could fucking get that shit recorded. That
Yeah.
shit's forever, baby. That shit's
man.
forever,
Get
Vernon.
the
That is
hell
so.
outta
So
here.
That's
he hits
true.
the three.
He's true. He remembers that. Yeah, it's true. It's
This
true.
is
Yeah,
crazy.
it's true.
He hits the three. Vernon hits the three. My dad's got a pot in one hand and a
Yep.
fucking pan in another hand. Bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
That's my boy, Vernon. That's my boy.
Yep.
And I am a fucking kid. I'm 3 years
We're
old.
kids, like we don't know.
I'm
what's
just
going
like,
on.
yo, what the hell's going on?
I
in
was,
here?
we were just, I was
Voice
jumping.
turning
I was jumping.
red.
I was like, yeah.
He was probably 5 or 6, and
Right.
and my dad's starting to cry, and I'm starting. I don't understand what
You
the point.
crying because he started to cry.
I started crying because he started crying. And I was just like, why are you crying, Dad? I ain't never seen my cry dad. You know, I haven't seen my dad cry.
Championship
Yeah,
kids, yeah,
in the
yeah.
city. Yes.
rarely seen him cry since.
Yes,
but
man.
he's a huge Vernon Maxwell fan.
Hey, I appreciate you, pops. Much love, man. Much love, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you scared the kids with the pots. But I appreciate you, though.
But to this day, Vernon, you've made an impact in this city that's still reverberated today. I mean, for goodness sake, I mean, when we mentioned that we were going to interview you, my dad, such a huge fan of yours, flipped out. He was like, "Oh my
Thanks,
god!"
man.
So
Means a lot.
your imprint is still felt
No, I
within the
appreciate
city.
it. Means a lot.
Yeah, like how does that feel? How does that feel knowing that your lasting impact goes beyond? It's been almost we're going on 30 years of your
years.
championship.
In the
30
next
years.
year, it'll be 30
Next year,
years.
Yeah.
how does
Yeah.
it feel knowing that your imprint is still felt today?
Oh man, it's a blessing, man. I'm a blessed man, man. I can't say nothing. I mean, shit. Old country boy from Gainesville, Florida,
Mm-hmm.
man. Never thought I'd be in this. Damn boy, you blessed man, Max. You bad.
He's-
I mean, I'm a blessed man, man. I'm just blessed.
You said in the rapid fire question, he's a bad motherfucker.
He sure
So-
is. But before we go, we got a special gift from one of our friends. He owns a company called Sam and Davy, and he wanted to give you this hat that says H-Town on it.
H-Town.
So shout out to our boy
I
Chris.
appreciate it,
You
no
know, because
doubt.
we wanted, you know,
Chris, appreciate it, baby.
That's all
H-Town
for you.
in the house, babe.
We made sure we hooked it up one time.
There we go.
there you go.
Vernon, it's such an honor. You know what? You're honestly, from a fan perspective, you're one of our favorite Rockets of all time. So it's such an
wow,
honor
I appreciate
just
you
to have
guys,
you
man.
on our platform, on
Thanks,
our
man. It's
show.
my pleasure, man. Coming over here, man.
100%.
thank you,
Vernon,
man.
where can the people follow you one time if you have an Instagram, Twitter account? Where can they follow you? Where can they support you and your foundation and everything else?
Well, Vernon Maxwell Initiative LLC. Instagram. Vernon Maxwell 11. That's probably about it, man. I don't do a lot. I just try to stay low key, stay out the way, and just do what I'm doing, and just keep moving forward. That's about it.
I love it. You can stay out of the way, but today he's front and center for y'all one time
There you go.
There you
Right.
go.
on the summit. Vernon Maxwell, we do appreciate having you
Thanks,
on
man.
our show.
I appreciate you.
Y'all be sure to check out this episode and check out all of our other content from the past going on to the future as we move forward towards the Rockets season. We are opening up our season by having the great Vernon Maxwell on our show. Hopefully we can have him on in the future. Maybe we can talk future ball on some
I'm
time.
definitely gonna be back.
Okay, well, there you go. We heard it
You
here
heard it from
first.
the man.
We heard it here first. Vernon, thank you so much for having you on. Y'all have a great and safe holidays coming up. We'll see you guys next time. Y'all take care.